welcome to Malc Benjy's Vidcast.
I'm Malc.
And I'm Benjy. And we are experimenting, reaching out our first tentative steps into a whole new medium of audio-visual film banter.
We've got our fingers right on the pulse of this new thing called YouTube.
Absolutely. It's like an online video service where you can go on and watch videos as and when you want to, as you have done right now to watch this.
If you've got this far, you know how to use YouTube.
Yeah.
Well done.
Cutting edge.
Loving it. Loving your work.
Technology.
So, So this is, I suppose, hopefully, many of you watching this, I don't know, hopefully is maybe the wrong word, but possibly some of you watching this won't have heard our podcast before. So good news, we also do a podcast.
Yeah. Although why you'd be clicking on our video if you didn't already know?
Well, you might have, people might discover this on YouTube in a few years' time and then work backwards.
Yeah, that
I want
makes
to cater
sense.
for them as well as for the old faithful.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do that.
So if you've discovered us through YouTube, we also have a podcast. The link will be somewhere in this region.
Don't point in the video. I hate when people do that because it's never in the right place.
You did it in our last video.
And then what?
The video we did.
This is our first video.
This is our first
announced
video.
This is our first video.
Well, this is our first official video, but it's not the first time either of us has been on YouTube.
No, but still, when people point down, it's never in the right place.
Well, I covered the bases by doing all
but
this.
But then if you watch it on a phone, on a Samsung Galaxy, it could be up here, or on an iPhone, or a different app.
Quite often, if you're watching it on the phone, it won't be there at all.
That's true.
So, there'll be a link somewhere on YouTube to our website.
In the comments.
In the comments.
Wherever they may be.
And we'll put our Twitter handle in there as well.
Which is at Malc Benjy.
At Malc Benjy, that's it.
But then, if you can't spell, then we'll have it there as a clickable.
Yeah, as a thing. And if you discovered us through the podcast, our existing material, then look, we're now, as Benjy says, we're audiovisual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever you thought we looked like, I'm sorry to disappoint you. You probably thought I was the tall blonde one and he was the balding old man, but I say balding, it's clearly happened.
You're not old though.
I feel old, like butter spread over too much bread.
You are older than I am, I suppose.
So again, these are things that you wouldn't have picked up normally from listening to our voices, but here I am, the haggard ravages of age.
Yeah.
Compared to this fresh-faced youngster.
I'm like the renegade young hotshot. Oh, wait a minute. Am I Luke in your Han?
No, you're Neo and I'm Morpheus.
I'd rather have been Luke and Han. I was being mock disappointed about being Luke.
However,
what's wrong with being Luke? But when you're Han, Luke's
however bad the Matrix films are, Morpheus is awesome.
Yeah, Neo's alright, it's fine.
Well, Neo's rubbish, that's why I gave him to you. But Morpheus is awesome, so I'm happy with that.
Okay. You're
These are the first snippets of our film related banter that people are getting. I like it. Yeah.
You're like Sean Connery and I'm Harrison Ford.
I thought you were going to go Nick Cage.
No.
Given your love of The Rock.
Not that much of a difference. No, I'm going for a much better film as well.
Of course.
No, I'm saying we're actually not that far apart age-wise, but
even though it seems like I could be your father.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I was going to say one day through the magic of makeup and acting and make-believe that is cinema. But no, screw you. Yeah. He looks so old he could be my dad, but in reality he's not.
So here's our inaugural YouTube video. As I say, vodcast. I don't know if that's the right term.
That's what the kids say, I think.
Vodcast as a portmanteau of video, podcast. Podcast being a portmanteau of iPod and broadcast, even though the iPod is by no means now the only way of what.
Could we call this our Vidcast?
Our Vidcast?
Vidcast one. Is that new? Have we coined that? We probably are.
I don't think we have, but I think it's maybe less common, so we could get away with being an early adopter.
We could be a bit snobby about it.
Vlog is another one.
Vlog.
Yeah, which is alright. Blog is weblog and vlog is video log.
Video log, yeah.
It sounds a bit like we're stranded somewhere and just like whiling away the hours until our untimely death.
Yeah.
Positing our pointless opinions.
I'm trying to remember the exact wording of Ripley's message at the end of Alien. I really want to fire that out there, but I remember Ash, Captain Dallas are dead.
And I'm in my pants.
No.
Is that the director's cut?
I think that's what it says.
Speaking of which, at the end of Alien, when Ripley gets into her pants, even though she has been a very forthright and well-handled female character, and the pants and t-shirt combo in no way sexualize her being attacked by this giant black dick monster, she's very sexy.
Extremely.
Yeah. And I think it's maybe because she is the survivor, she is the protagonist with no sort of pandering to normal gender stereotypes, certainly in sci-fi.
Yeah.
I think that also makes her sexy.
Yeah, she's very sexy. And it's sexy, it's not hot.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as sort of guttural as that.
Yeah.
It's like, but she's just sexy.
Sandra Bullock does the same in Gravity, which came out end of last year. There's a scene when she gets into her pants, and it's not... Well, you know, people have argued why she get into her pants, but then it didn't strike as a particularly, you know, male-friendly scene just thrown in there for the blokes, like, for example, Alice Eve in Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah.
It was just like, you know, that's what astronauts do. Chris Hadfield got into his pants an awful lot, and he was a real astronaut.
I think, talking to Gravity, I just think George Clooney's an excellent giant black dick monster.
Yeah.
Unless I've misunderstood it and it's not a reboot.
It's not a reboot.
Oh, is it
I
not?
think you may have misunderstood
I
it.
thought it was a sequel to Prometheus.
No. It might be a prequel to Prometheus. I mean, you know...
Well, of course.
I can see going from being destroyed by exploding satellites to being destroyed by Ridley Scott's exploding Korea. A thematic link.
Do you remember when Ridders was good?
Not that long ago.
No, Gladiator.
Oh, more recent than that.
Well, King of Heaven's not half bad. Black Hawk Down's alright.
Black Hawk Down's really good. Massively underrated.
Yeah.
King of Heaven's good. Robin Hood's alright. Just it's not Robin Hood.
No. Historical medieval Britain.
Yeah. I've not seen The Counselor, but apparently that wasn't very good. That was post-Prometheus.
It's post-Prometheus. I'm still getting over Prometheus.
Yeah.
2 years this summer.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
One of the 2012, is it?
2012.
What a shame.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, we're rambling a bit and we're giving you a taste.
This is kind of what the podcast
what we do. Yeah.
I think some people are watching this video just giggling, going, "Oh yeah, it's definitely them."
If you like this, then subscribe because this is what we'll be doing, but for longer increments.
Usually with a bit more structure is not the right word. A bit more direction.
Theme, yeah. We start with a word and then try and link back to that word as often as we can.
It's like the Incredible Hulk. We can't control it, but we can maybe aim.
Yeah.
And just hope for the best. It's that kind of thing. We'd better. So we usually we check off on the podcasts when certain things that always come up organically in the conversation.
Yeah.
So far we've brought up Marvel. We've brought up Michael Bay.
Of course, with The Rock.
Yeah, with The Rock. We brought up Star Wars with Luke and Han.
Yes, we did.
So those are three of our go-to things. What else do we always... One or both of us usually says absolutely. So
absolutely.
That's that taken care of. Yeah.
You mentioned the scores and how good music is in films.
Music in Gravity is really good.
Yeah.
I've not seen Gravity.
Music's pretty good. It's not my favourite film of all time, but it is one of the best films that I've seen in recent years. There is so little to complain about it that even though it's not atop my favourites list, it's a film that I would recommend to anyone and everyone if you like moving images. If you like movement. If you like sound and light, see Gravity. So unless you get migraines from being awake, then Gravity is a film that you kind of need to see.
If you do suffer from that affliction, get off YouTube.
God, yeah.
We must stop listening to us.
Healthy. I mean, people who are completely compass mentis kind of get a bit sick.
Again, if you've got migraines from light, you maybe enjoy a podcast because you can listen to that with your eyes closed and stuff. So we've maybe alienated some of our
We've alienated our migraine suffering cohort.
That's probably cancelled out our massive American fan base that we keep talking about. That's another thing that always comes up.
Of course, the massive geographical fan bases.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so we're here.
We're getting on for 10 minutes now, which is a big inaugural welcome to
double the
our
length
video.
of what we expected this video to be, which is also par for the course for us.
Yeah, so we'll sign off with a thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Keep up with what we're talking about if you like it, and then put your comments on here as long as they're not trolling comments.
Yeah.
Unless we talk about The Hobbit, in which case you can talk about
if you want to wax lyrical about trolls, go nuts.
Troll Hunter, great film.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching.